Hi everyone and welcome to this poster making session. So my name's Marie and I'm from Scraggy Moo and I have teamed up with Inspirative Art as part of the International Women's Day Festival, and today we're going to do some poster making. So it can be for children, it can be for adults. You can use whatever materials you have at home and what you prefer using, and you can pick the theme for your poster. So what is the message that you'd like to put on your poster? What does Women's Day mean to you? Now this can be words, it may be a quote, a positive affirmation, a little bit like a self-fulfilling mantra. It may just be some squiggles on the paper. So however you want to join in, do it, because it's your poster. Now I'm just going to show you one way of doing one with a quote that I really like. So I had a poster in a magazine and it says she believed she could, so she did. Now I love doing lots of art at home and I also love being out in nature. So this poster really means something to me and inspires me to keep living the creative life I've always dreamed about, because ever since I was a little girl I always loved doing arts and crafts and would often be in my garden and thought that one day I might like to be an artist. So dreams come true. They mean something to you, so they don't have to be enormous or out of this world. It can just be something that shows you what you'd like to do in life, what gives you meaning and what makes you happy. So this brings me to another quote that I have. It says, "Create what sets your heart on fire and it will illuminate the path ahead." I have another one here. "When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change." So it's a really positive message that I want to get across today, and we do all things with love. So you might even want to do a colourful background with just a few letters. Now that could be to love yourself, love what you do, love what you're inspired to do, love reading about women in history and in the present day what people are trying to achieve. And you can have a lovely look around my studio whilst I create this poster. So to give you an idea of what you want to do, I've used some scraps. So I love collage. I've got some bits of wallpaper and I also have a lovely book which you can get from the shop with pattern paper inside. So it has lots of flowers, so I could use a mixture, if I like, of using a magazine to cut out realistic photos from photography or more illustrated flowers. So rather than you watch me snipping away for 20 minutes, I've done a Blue Peter moment and prepared some earlier. So that big floppy piece of wallpaper I had here, I downsized it and I've cut out this lovely swirly pattern. So I'm going to start by sticking lots of swirls on my paper. So whatever you have at home, it might be coloured card, it might be white paper or pattern paper. You choose what you want to do. You might want to draw on it freehand. I've traced the lettering from my poster. So what I did, to make it easier for me today, because otherwise my writing will go all wonky whilst it's propped up, I photocopied the poster that I had from a magazine and then traced it. So now I'm just going to colour in the letters and pop some flowers on. I might do some spontaneous humming and singing and doopy doop doo kind of sound, because that's what I do. in my studio. I mostly have lots of music on whilst I'm creating, but I think it's easier for you to hear me if I just chat away. And what would be nice, because this is a pre-recorded video, if you catch up and watch it from the Inspirative Arts page, it would be quite useful to follow them and my page, which is Scraggy Moo, because we will be sharing links to the International Women's Day that we're all a part of. It's running from the 5th to the 8th of March, and there's lots of different activities and themes running by lots of different people. So you could follow our page to keep updated with times and activities of what we're doing, and also we'll share links of the main festival lineup. So even if you tap into Facebook International Women's Day, you should find some threads to lead you to the pages to get involved, or drop us a message. So underneath this video, if there's something you'd like to find out, ask us a question and we shall get back to you as soon as we can. Another nice thing to do, I was thinking as I was cutting out all these flowers, was to comment on the video. So you might like to inspire people by quotes or things that you feel empowered to do. And you might like to share who you find inspiring in history. So when you think about International Women's Day, what names pop into your head and why? Maybe you'd like to share that with us. So here we go. So what I'm doing, I had a craft puncher. So I've pre-cut some flowers, which I'm going to stick on my poster, just lots of different colours, from different papers, scrap, from junk mail, from adverts and things. So just lots of different colours and sizes. If you've got office stationery and you've got a hole puncher, cut out teeny tiny circles and they look lovely scattered around. So that's what I've got here. On my little desk, I've just got all my little pre-cut out, but what you can hopefully see me doing here is I've traced "she believed she could, so she did," and with a pencil I've drawn some flowers. And so, to be quick whilst I'm making this video, I've just stuck down some leaves and swirls and flowers, and I can keep adding them as I go along. Wonderful! Let's do some more flowers. Stick some flowers on. If you have any interesting facts you'd like to share, please pop them in the comments. Or if you've got any questions about the videos and how I make things, any questions about me at all, Scraggy Moo and Inspirative Arts, please ask away, because hopefully after the Women's Day festival we can all still keep in touch and inspire each other and do some great things in the community. Here we go. More flowers. If, like me, you find you fill up the spaces quick, I might rub out some of the pencil lines afterwards, because they're kind of like a guide, really. Or what I find you could do sometimes, if you don't want to commit to sticking things down straight away, you can always position things with washi tape and then move it around your paper. So if you're not sure where you want everything to go or what colours go together and you're thinking about the balance of the composition, you can just temporarily stick it down and then move it down. But quite often I just work on impulse. I've got a little heart there. We do all things with love. Let's see. So I've stuck that on. That's not going to come off now. Let's see. That's also fallen on the floor, but I'm not going to look for it. I can find it on another day. Here's a flower. Wonderful. And some leaves drifting down. So again, I've just got a craft puncher, so it cuts out the leaves, because some things are super fiddly to cut out. And like you noticed there, they just wander off to the floor somewhere. I never know if I'll find them again or if the hoover will. So, got some flowers. What else do I have? I've got a smaller heart, so my stripy one didn't quite fit. I'm just going to pop it all on here, and then I'll bring it closer to the camera so you can have a look what I am up to. So it's just a lovely big collage as a little reminder to me that once upon a time I had a little dream, and dreams do come true. Now, we may be lucky enough in life for all our dreams to come true, but I think it's the smallest things that can make us happy too. So I like doing art and escaping into this lovely quiet mode of playing with shapes and colours and patterns. And anything is possible. Just got to find a way to do it. And it's great if other people believe in us and our pursuits in life, but I think the greatest thing is to believe in ourselves, that we can do it. So it doesn't just have to be a dream, that we can action it, we can dream it, we can live it, and we can do it. And what I always told myself when I first started off a business, that it might not be forever, but at least I did it. So I'm not going to ever live with any regrets that I wish I'd tried it, or what if it did happen. I'm not going to have those what if doubts or questions, because I'm going to do it and then see what happens. A bit like my collage making. So there we have, you can see all my little cutouts from the patterned paper, my flower hole punch and leaves. I've just put them all around the paper, and I need to do some at the top where this clip has been holding it. So don't be scared to turn your work upside down as you're working, because sometimes they say that really helps you as well if you're drawing. If you're trying to draw a shape or copy something and you're struggling, to turn it upside down to see it from a different perspective. It's very helpful, which can also be helpful when seeing things from other people's perspectives in life. Ooh, dizzy, do 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 do. I'm so dizzy, my head is spinning. Woohoo! Even I feel dizzy because I know I've turned the paper upside down. How bananas is that? Right, let's see what I want to happen next, because I have used quite a lot of my cutout. I'm sure there must be some more somewhere. Let's have a look. Let's have a scavenger around the table. I'm just going back to this pattern piece of paper, see what I can cut out. I need something green and yellow. Here we go, caught it. So yeah, let us know how you are. Let us know what you're looking forward to during this festival, how you've been. Have a look on Inspirative Arts page and see what they get up to in the community. I'm just cutting out one flower, so you can see why I cut out quite a few, because otherwise, I don't know, maybe you would enjoy watching a pair of hands, but I think when you're watching somebody chatting, it's nice to see the artwork come to life. So it's just take a little minute or two for me to cut it out. Go around all the petals. And they say sometimes when you're cutting out smaller pieces of paper that you only need to hold the scissors and slightly cut in with them, if that makes sense. So you don't have to open and close them a lot. Mostly this is quite thick paper, so I'm doing both, but you can move the piece of paper or the image you're cutting out and you just guide the scissors, so you don't have to go in and out, in and out, in and out, because it'd be quite tricky with what I've just done with the petals and the flowers. So if you just guide the scissors as you're cutting, just hold them still and move them like that, rather than trying to get in and out of all the petals. If you turn the flower around as you're cutting, I find it a lot easier. But do whatever you find easiest for yourself. Here we go. So I will start off colouring in. At this point you wonder, well, maybe I could have done one that I did finish earlier of all the colours, but I think it's lovely to show you how to start off with an idea and how it all comes together. So let's see, 17 minutes. I'm just thinking of the time to show you how quickly you can make a little poster for your window, or you might like to make a series of rectangles and then turn it into a piece of bunting for your room or your window, or make some triangle pieces. So you can choose whatever colours you like. I think pink is very soft and a relaxing colour to look at. So I'm popping it on here. Maybe you could share with us your favourite quote or an affirmation that you feel the words hold power and meaning, that inspire you. And it's a lovely gift and a message, isn't it? So I think I can pop this on my desk, or it could be a nice gift in the post to somebody. I'm using all the colours, and they can be any colours I want them to be, but I've found they've started to match the colours of the flowers and the leaves I've chosen on the outside. And do let us know as well. Let Scraggy Moo know, and let In Spirit of Art know what kind of things you might like to try out online, because as you know, with all the lockdowns, there's been lots of sessions online through Zoom and different things. So I'm just wondering, what time of day would you find useful to access sessions like Zoom? What do you prefer? Do you prefer Facebook Live videos, or maybe would you like to be part of a private Facebook group where you share photos and videos of some work? Or if you was to join in with a session, what would you like it to be about? What helps you to maintain your well-being and things through the arts? So I've gone for soft pinks and greens here. I'm thinking I might do blue and purple. So she believed she could, and she did. So I hope you're having a good time. And today was all about inspiring you to create your own poster. So you might very well be creating a poster alongside me, or you might just be tapping in to watch. And usually when I'm running a group, I will show people how to do things. But I would also have some finished pieces as well, so you can see what we're aiming to achieve in a session, and then you could work alongside me at the same time. But I'm so much more interactive, chatting away and having conversations with people when we go live or do Zoom sessions, because it's just as much about the social connection and experience as it is the finished piece of art. And this is really making me smile already. I love the colours, I love the sentiment, I love my own attachment to the words and the saying and the statement. It's going to be a happy, chirpy little reminder of what I'm going to fill this year with as well. So I'm nearly finished. I'm coming to the last couple of words now. The happy poster making. Just colour all this in. There's 3 more words to go, and in the corner of my eye I can see a little flower on a stick pointing out of a jar, and I brought that along to the session because I thought, as well as the poster, it might inspire you to make other things, or depending if you're an adult or a child and your interests, and if you like to have things in a frame on the fridge or something to play with, you could extend the idea from the poster and pop it on a little wooden stick. So you might cut out some flowers, and it might not have a statement on or International Women's Day written on it, but it can be a constant reminder to you throughout the whole year to know what that flower symbolises. So it's symbolic of a statement and what gives your life meaning. So that's just a little quirky idea that I placed there to show you. And like I said in the beginning, you might just want to do a very freestyle, creative expression poster where you just let all the paints loose and fly across the paper, quite safely of course. Preparing your work surface and dress it up in an apron if you do want to do some splatter painting. But even with watercolours, you can just let the colours glide across the page, and it's so soothing and relaxing to let the colours land on the paper. So you might not choose to write words or draw pictures. You might simply want to take 20 minutes or half an hour out of your day just to enjoy doing some art. It's super relaxing. She believed she could, so she did. What other colour should I have at the bottom? Blue. Beautiful. I love blue. Reminds me of the sea and the sky. So again, connecting all my thoughts at the beginning about love being in nature. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as I'm colouring these last few letters, I'm thinking it would be a good inspiration for all of us to share ideas. So if you have ideas of poster making, and also if you're inspired to make a poster for International Women's Day after watching this video, if you could be so kind, and if you're happy to share some pictures of your posters and of yourselves at home if you've gone away and done something creative. I would love to see your artwork, so if you want to share it to us publicly, you could post on our pages, or you might like to send us an email. So if you have a look at our pages, or even in our inbox messages, you could send us some photos of your posters. That would be wonderful. But you don't have to, it's just an idea, because I love seeing people's artwork and knowing that we can all inspire each other to have a go at doing things, however big or however small. You can see I'm just doing some last flowers at the top, and I might come back to it a bit later and do some more, but for now I'll just do a few more berries. And it's just a really positive poster for me. So you might like to do one similar to mine, or again, completely different. What holds meaning to you? And there we have it. There's my poster for International Women's Day. I have wrote, she believed she could, so she did. And using lots of collage materials, I have lots of flowers and shapes in nature that I absolutely love. So this is a beautiful poster for me, and I might continue and make a collection to make a banner or some bunting, so we could do that, or I could do that with square pieces of paper or triangle cut pieces. So I hope you've enjoyed today and listening to me rambling on. Like I said during the video, if you can share some comments about what you enjoyed, what Women's Day means to you, and share your artwork, it would be so lovely to see. So thank you for listening, and I hope to meet you one day in person at one of our creative workshops. Take care, everybody. Bye.